A few weeks ago, I bought a fake lab putter from the Temu website and it caused outrage in the golfing community. More recently, I've got myself a fitted online lab putter. Today we're going to test the difference to see just what you really get with a fitted lab Mez 1 putter. I think this thing looks absolutely gorgeous. I really enjoyed it in testing, so much so it's going to be in my bag for the upcoming Florida Orlando trip. But just how good is the fake version that we saw on Temu? Because this thing was pretty much a quarter, if not a fifth of the price of the real Mez. So today we're going to compare them and just see really what you are getting for your money. And not only that, ladies and gents, we have a special guest on the channel. We have world-renowned putting, short game and performance coach expert, Chris. All right,
hello.
Mate. How you doing?
Very good, just enjoying. Anyone comment below Bobby's camera work? Has it been shaky so far?
Yeah, hopefully it's good. So guys, we've got a new camera today, so if you are enjoying it, please make sure you do get in the comments and let us know. But first of all, I'm going to talk you through the specs of this Lab Mez 1 putter, because I think this, I put off trying them for a brief spell because I thought that I was a good putter, as most people do. But I've really enjoyed testing this, and it's basically the Lab Mez 1. It's 35 inches. We have the Acura Lab shaft in here, so it's the white shaft, obviously engineered by a lab for Acura, and it also has the green head on there.
Grip as well.
Yeah, so the grip's something which I think is absolutely a game changer when it comes to anything like this, and I really feel like it's going to help me not only with distance control, but also potentially just hold more putts and play better golf. Guys, have you tried a lab putter before? Have you tried the Mez putter? Have you tried the new Oz 1 putter? Have you tried some of the weird and wonderful shapes that they have? For me, the reason why I liked the Mez is because it almost looks a little bit more like that Odyssey number 7 shape, or that Scotty Cameron shape with the fangs on. So really impressed with it and really like it. And I can't wait to get out to Orlando and test this on some pretty fast greens. That's exactly what I was getting in testing. Chris, you've got fitted for a lab putter as well, and you're quite impressed.
I am very impressed, yes. Not so impressed with this.
No, is it the first time you've seen this?
I have. It's certainly...
It is a limited edition.
I know, I was just about to say that. It is something, yeah. Again, feels totally different. So carrying these up to the putting green, you could feel a difference.
Yeah.
Chef makeup.
And with this as well, we've had it in the lab revealer. So you'll see it actually still has Gary Martin's clip on the end there. Gary's lost all his clips, so he can't do his videos anymore. So his channel's gone to
his putting channel.
Yeah, but it doesn't do the revealer very well.
So straight away, like we just spin it, you can feel it's just wanting to return back to that position. I can't actually leave it there, it'll just fall open. So no matter what I do...
So if you stroke that now, does it still move? Oh yeah.
I mean, it's just done 360 there.
So that's, so it does still spin round. So obviously the idea, guys, if you're new to lab, the idea is that it's kind of zero torque. So it's lie angle balanced, and essentially you can see that the head just kind of stays where it wants to. And if you put it in a revealer like it's on screen now, it just stays really stable. So on those 3 putts that I've hit there, I feel like it's really helping me just keep that face nice and stable. And actually one of the things that the grip's done, and this is one of the first, so the big comparison that I want to do here is what's different between these putters. You'll see that they have tried essentially mainly in the head to make something very similar, very boxed off. And to be honest, when I first got this, I'd never really used a Mez 1 putter, and I thought, oh, they've kind of tried to make one similar, like they've struggled a bit. Now I look at them both side by side, they've absolutely 100% allegedly copied this putter, and it's not done a very good job, to be honest. They've got the shape exactly right, so they've obviously taken one and maybe put it in like a 3D printer or something like that. You can see with the faces, we have what they've tried to do as a kind of groove pattern and things like that, but not all the way across the face. And then if we actually look at on top of these putters, you will see that realistically, they just look totally different. So I have a really nice alignment aid on the lab and just a kind of a rogue dot on the Temu Special. And for me, yes, lab putters are expensive. Yes, they are up there with the most expensive putters you can buy, but the technology in them potentially could be game-changing for you, for me, for Chris, for Bobby, especially for Bobby. And even down to, so obviously this has the Acura shaft in here. That is an upgrade if you do want one, but I feel like it really feels nice and gives it a nice balance. And we have the kind of forward press grip here, so the pistol grip, and that just allows you not to have a forward shaft lean here. So for me, that's a bit of a game changer, and it's made me straight away want to change my putting grip. Usually I would be here, so I'd have it in the palms of my hands and I'd just move, but years ago I used to putt with my putter, with my fingers down the putter shaft, should I say, and from there, I feel like all I'm doing is rocking my shoulders, and that face stays nice and square. With this, again, they've tried to put what they feel like is a grip. USA, has this ever been to the USA? I don't know, realistically. But I feel like they are trying to make something similar and trying to almost catch people out, as it were. So we're going to test them out here today at the beautiful Forest Pines putting green. Thank you so much for Forest Pines for getting us out here. And hello to Marky Mark, who is here. And if you do want an aim point lesson, book in with Mark. But he's there.
Aim point.
But essentially for us, it's really important to see what the differences are here. So Chris, do you want to go or shall I go Temu first, then reel, and we'll see what we get?
Yeah, I will do. Again, I know that it's a soft feel from the lab putter. There didn't feel too bad though. Again, you can feel a lot more weight in the shaft. Steel shaft, not a Acra shaft.
And I guess one of the big points here is you can putt with this and it could work for you. It could just be the right shape for you, the right lie angle for you and things like that. But even when it comes down, oh, that one came off fiery. But even when it comes down to going on the lab website, getting online fitted for these putters to make sure you get the right lie angle, you get the right length, you get the right head weight. Chris has got a similar putter to me, but he's ended up with a totally different head weight because that's going to suit his game more to a T. So Chris, let's put you in the hands of the real one now. And we're going to get these on the Capto system in today's video and really kind of delve into the numbers of what's different here and what you're paying for. So make sure you do stay tuned for that. And I'm going to take a minute to slow down and ask you if you'd like to hit that subscribe button. We're well on the way to 300,000 subscribers, and I would love you to be a part of it. How does that one feel, Chris?
Again, it does feel softer straight away there. Pace was better, but I know I've hit some putts. But like I say, the grip for me is a big thing. So the same on the square-to-square putters now. They have a similar grip to, obviously, on that one, where it's not got this forward pressure. With that one, obviously the fake, I feel like you have to be...
Yeah, and as soon as you start to move a putter handle forward, the face opens and it de-lofts.
Yeah, and then you're trying to basically manipulate that constantly, whereas here there's no manipulation as such. And extremely consistent.
And one of the things I'm looking for here is like consistency of roll. So you can see there that as soon as you're kind of getting the read of that, the roll's quite consistent and the distance control is nice and consistent.
Yeah.
Let's have a go. I'm going to hit some more on here and then we're going to go on short putts and really, really long putts and see what the difference is. Would you be the guy who buys the fake, or would you want to go to the actual website, go and get online fitted and make sure you get the best putter possible for your game? Okay, I'm going to kick things off with the K-Long with the Temu Special and we'll see just kind of what performance differences we are getting. I'm going to try and have similar strokes. And straight away for me, it is kind of obvious that yes, you can use any kind of putter. A putter is a club that probably doesn't have as much technology in as a driver or a set of irons or even some wedges. But then when it comes down to potentially technology in the lab putters, maybe I'm wrong there. Maybe we should be thinking more about the technology that goes into those heads. The big thing for me is here, this is probably priced similar to an Odyssey putter, maybe a second-hand Scotty Cameron putter. Would you rather go in and buy something like that, or would you rather go to Temu and get something that you're not overly sure what is happening with it? And one of the big problems I think you could have with this is quality of design and QC. So just how consistent are they? We know exactly the specs of my lab putter. They'll be on screen now from the invoice that we did get with that. And for me, I think that's what you're kind of getting. You're getting something that you know what it is, you know exactly what you want, and you know it's fitted in your specs. So essentially we've got everything that we want. Right. I really think that this, straight away I feel so comfortable with it, and the fact that I haven't been out and played golf with this yet because the weather here in the UK has been so awful, but I really do feel like this could just make things a little bit easier for me in a sense that I have been a good putter. I feel like I've been a good putter. My stats have been good, but I do often think about my stroke. I think logically about it. I don't just kind of go in and hit it. Whereas I feel massively here that if I was just to kind of step in and essentially just hit more putts, I feel like I would certainly have a little bit better of a round. I wouldn't be thinking too much about it or getting on my own back. You can see there we've made 1 in 3 with both of those putters. That's a round tour average. That's pretty good. I'm pleased with the distance control, although one of them was left short with the Temu putter. And if you leave a putt short from this distance, it has no chance of going in. That's what I always think and always like to get into the hole. Let's test it around the circle. Let's try some kind of 3 to 5 footers, see how good we are with those. Then let's finish up by talking numbers for these putters. Okay guys, we've got some 6 footers set out here. Make percentage from these on the PGA Tour would be
around about 75%.
And that's interesting because the best putters in the world miss these a quarter of the time. That's what you have to have in your head. So essentially, I think a lot of people could learn from that really and just kind of get off their own back a little bit. And you can see there, I'm not, this is the real Mez 1. I'm honestly not all I'm thinking here is, right, where's line? I'm not even lining this up, and I always line putts up, but where do I need to aim it and how far back do I pull the trigger? And from there, that's helping me just kind of go through a little bit of a different routine for me. And I'm open to change with that because I feel like if it makes it simpler and easier, that could be something that can really help my game. Those have all gone pretty much bang centre, haven't they, Chris?
I think it takes away, obviously, because we know that this shouldn't have much rotation, shouldn't have any kind of turn in the backswing. I think it takes away the focus from the putter and just trusting your putt a little bit.
It really does. Whereas with this, I feel like I don't know what's really coming because it should be line goal balanced, but it's not line goal balanced. It doesn't, so you don't really know what's happening, do you? I'm hoping, to be honest, that I could go through all these putts and hole all of them. That's the first one missed. But they are short, kind of short margins, aren't they? These are things which potentially I have a better chance of holding these now second time around because I know the break and I know where they're going. So realistically, we should have more of a chance of holding them with this one. But guys, this isn't a paid review from Lab. We're not getting paid from Lab. This is something which I just think when you do see a product that is on the market and it's not necessarily genuine, first of all, who's to blame? Are Lab to blame because the putters are so expensive? Or is it more a case of these guys ripping them off? And should you be buying them online? Let's talk numbers for these putters. Then we're going to finish up here with a little bit of a putting contest against the man, the myth, the legend, the tour renowned coach, that man. Not you, Bobby.
Definitely not Bobby.
Okay guys, so we got these Lab putters, or should I say a Lab putter and the Temu special in the studio to test them on the Capto system to see just what was really going on with these putters. Is the Lab worth the money? As you can see, I had quite a lot of success with it and really enjoyed it, but that's not what it's about when you are testing putters in the studio. You want to see the numbers, you want to see just how much efficiency you are getting, you want to see just how consistent these putters can be. So for me, the fake Temu putter, it actually rolled quite nice. I think for the money, it's an okay putter. It's certainly not a Lab putter. It's certainly not line goal balanced. And if we have a look at the numbers here, and we're going to kick things off with the real Lab Mez 1 putter and then compare it, we're going to focus on the face and loft in the top left, the handling bottom left, and we're going to look at the energy loss as well. So as you can see, the handling is in the green nicely there, and also the energy loss is just 1.7%. The face angle is 1.3 close. That's within tour average, so that's okay. And the loft angle change is just 0.5 at impact. So that's again well within tour average. And they're the key numbers that I really wanted to look at. As we look into the fake Temu putter, you can see straight away a bigger loft change of 1.2. Face angle very, very similar. But you can see the handling severity 6%, so that's outside of tour average, and quite a big energy loss of 9.6% as opposed to the 1.6% we had with the real Lab putter. So the kind of class starting to show through there with what your money is getting you in the studio. Okay guys, so we have quite a difficult putt here just down the hill to the right. This is a fantastic putting green here at Forest Pines, and I'm going to go alternate shots. Nearest the pin wins this, just off the left. Nice pace. And it does take away so much of what I'm potentially worried about. I'm going to go alternate, Chris, so let's see just what we get. And again, distance control with the Lab putter is essential. It's crucial for me, and that's absolutely perfect. So I'm really happy with that. It doesn't move as far left to right as I thought, though. That was a little bit toey. One thing I think about this one, go on then.
Double breaker.
This one's a lot lighter.
Yeah.
Like it feels like the head weight just isn't there and I'm kind of all over the place with it. But essentially for me with it, I think that's what you're getting. You're getting the knowledge of, I know this head is X amount of grams because it's fitted for my stroke on the online website. And I just think from that, I should essentially be able to know a little bit more about distance control and pace. You can see there again, those balls are absolutely perfect when it comes to pace. So realistically, are you going?
I'm going the opposite. I'm going to go 2 with the Temu.
Chris has learnt from my line there. It's a little bit of a double breaker. It comes back, it's gone in. Oh. That's a good effort. I'll let you go with this
good
one.
marker. If we're playing darts, it's a good marker.
Very good marker. And one of the things that we need to probably get across in this video as well is putting is a game of kind of fine margins. And as you can see, fine margins are what can make all the difference when it comes to potentially beating your friends or playing the round of your life. So realistically, what would you do, guys? Get in the comments below. I think I've lost this challenge already, but will a lab putter find its way in your bag? The police are here for Bobby.
That's for Bobby's putting stroke.
Ooh. Guys, if you enjoyed that, please make sure you do hit that subscribe button below. We're well on the way to 300,000 subscribers, and I'd love you guys to be a part of it. Lots more to come with the guys at Lab, because I've really enjoyed this, so we're going to delve into it a little bit more. And apart from that, I'll see you all at exactly the same time tomorrow. Goodbye.